Okay.
Alright, so we're doing the scariest thing tag. Okay, 7 questions. And let us start. So, Oluv, what is... Did my battery just die?
Oh my god, no! Oh my goodness.
It
Oh
did.
wow, okay, well,
It just
we have to come up with plenty. Let's try to do this.
Alright, so take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We'll get there. I promise. We'll get there someday. We will. Oh, and just by the way, we had wine also. Do you feel it like to make your head spin a little bit?
I think that's why the conversation was so good.
Yeah.
On that never have I ever tag. Guys, do go check out the videos that are loaded on Oluv's
We're
channel
spilling
as
some
well.
serious secrets over there.
We had some kitchen talk with wine. Let me tell you, it was real kitchen talk, and I will obviously like put all the information in the corners, in the descriptions, and everywhere. So do check it out.
And
okay.
I will be waiting for you.
Okay, and tell how you came from this channel. Be like, hey Oluv, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Who watches Wendy? How you doing?
So first question, what is the scariest real life experience? Your scariest real life experience?
Scariest?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Now this is probably like a typical day in my life. I'm terrified of heights. And then back in 2012, we went to Gold Reef City and we went on the roller coaster. And I don't know what I was thinking, but I just thought I have grown enough balls to go on that thing. And it was fun when it was like going slowly, and then it went downhill. I have never, like, I felt like I was dead for those many seconds. It felt like a lifetime. And you know when you get off the roller coaster, they have the pictures to review. In all the pictures, my eyes were like closed shut the whole time because I thought I'm gonna die, and I was skinny, so I didn't even fit right in the seat. So I was like, going,
no, that is actually quite scary. The whole like you're moving around and you're like, I could slip out.
it was the scariest moment. I was like, I'm gonna slip out. So I was holding on to, and my hands were getting sweaty.
Yeah.
So every time I was like, do I wipe my sweat or do I just keep holding on? I was like, I'm gonna hold on. Chances are if this thing opens, I'm gonna fall anyway because my hands are all sweaty. The longest, probably 45 seconds on that.
Like, it's so funny after watching you in Cape Town on that wheel,
Yeah.
like your recent video, your
Oh, yeah.
recent vlog. Like, I'm imagining that and like you, and I'm just like, the mental pictures too.
It was the worst day of my life, and Dizzy was like, you're gonna be fine, let's do it. And I was sitting right next to him, and he wanted me, like, he wanted to take a picture because it was me, him, and his cousin, and we were gonna pay for that picture. I was like, there's no way you're paying for any of those pictures.
They're
No.
not coming to life. How you doing?
But what was your scariest moment?
Something similar. The Soweto Tower. The Soweto Tower bungee jump.
Please tell me you didn't jump off that.
I did.
Oh my god. Why would you? Why?
Before I even got to the top to jump, just getting up there was scary.
Oh my god.
Because they have like, so you go in a lift that, okay, she's jumping. So you go in a lift that's like sort of like outside, like it faces the tower going up, right?
Yeah,
so you
yeah.
can see out, it's like metal.
Yeah,
Right? So already you're going up and you're already like looking at the floor. So that was scary. Then you have to come out and then you have to climb these stairs. And you know those metal stairs that have holes in the middle?
Yeah.
And they've got holes where you step so you can see the
that's
bottom.
potentially dangerous.
Yes, those ones. So you have to then climb up a set of stairs like this on the side of the tower before you get to, by the time you get to the top, you are just like, and then the people at the top say there's only one way down. And that one
Oh no. You know my worst nightmare is, especially with the Soweto towers, you'll jump down and then you'll swing so hard with the wind and hit the tower. And then because I will probably have my eyes closed, I'll probably just hit it with my head and probably just die. I don't even know what happened. Like what happened? I was just fine. I jumped off fine.
I was fine, the rope held, like I was good, and then this wall. Scariest paranormal experience? Any ghosts?
Paranormal experience? I don't think I've had any.
Never.
But I've heard stories. I've never had any experience
Coming.
personally.
Heard stories are coming. No personal experience?
No.
Seriously?
I haven't had any.
I had one.
Are you serious?
I had a Tokoloshi story.
What happened? I've never had any paranormal story.
I had a Tokoloshi. I have a Tokoloshi. So I was young. I was like really young. My brother was at Res, I think, or I can't remember. My sister was at varsity, and my brother was in high school, yeah, I think. So I was really young, like I was still primary school. And then my mom went to Israel. So then my grandma came and stayed with us to like watch over me and my brother, I think.
Yeah.
If he wasn't at Res, I can't remember exactly. So then, firstly, then my grandmother says no, she can't sleep on mom's bed because like you can't sleep on like your child's marital bed and right?
Very specific.
So she refused to sleep on the bed with me, and I was just like, okay, fine, like, be like that. Me, I'd never not slept with anyone in my life. I'm just like, no, I can't do it. So she sleeps like, she doesn't sleep on the bed with me, and I'm sleeping at night, and I swear to God, through both people, and she came to my bed. Literally, like I saw this thing come in like through the door, this tiny little man who looked like a gnome.
The visual.
It's the best. It's the only way I could do. He looked like a gnome. He came in through the door and he was laughing like
Oh my God.
He jumped on the bed, stood over me, and proceeded to strangle me.
Oh my God.
And I couldn't breathe, I couldn't scream, I couldn't nothing. Like he was strangling me, like nothing was coming out of my mind. Like I wanted to scream for my grandmother. And like in my head, I just like remember going like, it's a Tokoloshi. And I just like remember in my head going, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And I'm like, the power of Jesus will go through. I don't have to say the words.
Yes.
And I was just in my head just going, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And then the Tokoloshi disappeared. And I started screaming Jesus in my mind. But the entire trip with my mom gone, I slept with the Bible under my pillow. Actually, I slept with the Bible under my pillow for years afterwards. Like, it took me a long time not to sleep with the Bible under my pillow. Have you ever known anyone convicted of a violent crime?
A violent crime?
Not petty theft.
I think so. I have actually. I know people back home that killed a person, more like killed people. And it was like, you know those stupid xenophobia thing, but it wasn't xenophobia, it was just the stupidest xenophobia. I don't remember what exactly was for, but they ended up in jail. They're still in jail to this day, and they always send my mom with messages like, say hi to your child, and I'm just like, what? Like, what the hell? You're in jail. Like,
don't remember.
And the funny thing is, I didn't even know them personally. It's one of those crazy stories where you know the kids of the neighborhood, but you don't, like, it's not like you hang out to them because they're way older than me. But they always sending my mom with like messages, say hi, and I'm like, but
don't remember. No.
Yeah.
Don't add me to your Christmas.
It's just weird. And it was, yeah, that's true. One day, and I was like, if I start telling my mom, say hi back, next thing they'll be, tell her to buy me whatever and tell her to do it. And I was like, no.
The letters and the phone calls.
Like, no way.
I am not a lifeline for you.
And apparently people in jail, they all don't have teeth. Back home anyway. Because because they're not let outside. So the only time for them to go outside is to when they complain like my tooth is sore and they go to a dentist. And when you get to a dentist, what do you think a dentist will do? Just take it out.
Alright. I don't know anyone. I probably do. I just
but it's such a long
haven't kept track of people back home. But I probably do actually.
Probably back home.
Probably a couple of family members too. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's actually
I got that kind of family.
like that person that I was telling you.
Are you afraid of the dark? Why or why not?
Okay, I'm not afraid of the dark, but if I watch those scary movies, I cannot sleep for the life of me. The other day I was watching a movie. I don't even know if it was a movie or a series. I don't remember. And I couldn't sleep. I could not sleep. All I kept thinking about is this thing, whatever it was. I don't remember. It's just gonna come into the house. And now it's worse because her monitor screen broke and it doesn't show anymore, so I get paranoid. So just to walk from my bedroom to her bedroom, it's like a million miles away. Like, I cannot do it. It terrifies me. And then it takes me like a couple of days to go back, and then I'm like, okay, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Then I watch it again. Like, okay. I never learn. I watch it again, and then it's the same thing over. It's a vicious cycle.
This is not in the questions, but what's your scariest movie? Like, movie that just like,
you know, I don't think it's probably a scary movie. Like, you know the Soul movies? And those hills have eyes, and those horror movies.
Yeah.
That's like, it used to be my thing.
Yeah.
Like, I was that girl who would sit and watch it until I watched The Exorcism of Emily Rose. This girl was possessed. Okay, so, but the thing is, where she lived in the movie looked exactly like where I lived back in like 2015. It was like a student accommodation, so there was no bathrooms in your room. You had to go to the normal, everybody, mass production bathroom. Everything looked exactly the same. So when I watched that movie, I was like I couldn't go pee the whole night. I was literally sitting like this all night. Like, I really need to pee, but there's no way I'm going.
Not gonna do it.
And that's when I stopped watching all of these horror movies. I was like, enough is enough. This is not fair. I cannot.
I'm not afraid of the dark. Unless I'm alone in the house. Like, I can't sleep alone. Okay, I've got alone issues.
Yeah, that's me too.
Then I'm scared of the dark. But if I'm not alone, then like if there's someone else in the house, like I don't care who it is, but then I'm fine. Then I'm like, boss. I'm like, yeah.
You know, the funny thing is, that's exactly why I didn't go home this weekend. I was like, there's no way. I cannot be in that house by myself.
Does your hometown have any scary stories or legends?
Yeah. Matter of fact, a lot of them. A lot of them. And I see a lizard on the wall. But so there's been like a lot of accidents. There were times where you'd literally be sitting watching TV, and then you hear like go, and then everybody would just leave their house to go see what happened. So one time there was this accident not so far away from home, and people used to say every time when you walk past there at night, you hear somebody say, "Wait for me, but why are you leaving me behind?" And I'm like, what? Are you serious? And people used to say that all the time, and because it was like a truck with cement, they were delivering cement somewhere, and they say the person would ask, "But what happened to my truck and what happened to my cement?" And I'm like, okay, that's probably why I never went out at night, because it was just like, nope, too many scary stories.
No, that's true. We have one also. We have one. It's called, we actually even have a name for it.
Oh,
Spoga Saga Samala. Now I'm gonna mess it up because I'm trying to say it like slowly. Spoga Samalakwane. So Malakwane is the road, and it's like a hill, like it drives you into a valley, right? So it comes from sort of the town that I live in. If you want to go to the next capital, so you sort of have to drive down into this valley, right? And it's like a windy road, and that road is known for accidents, right? It's known for like accidents because people lose track, so it's brakes, what. So apparently the bus missed her, and she got into a car accident. She got into a car with someone, and someone murdered her. So like sometimes you'll hear her saying, "Hey, why won't she always you men?" Which is the bus company. So sometimes they say you can't give a lady a lift in there, because what's gonna happen is that like if you give a lady a lift, like at night you see a lady and she asks for a lift, you're gonna wake up the following day like, because you're gonna think like you're driving your car, but you're actually gonna be like getting pulled on your clothes, and like you're gonna be like frayed, like your skin, and like you'll wake up and find yourself in some like hectic place, and you'll think like you'll feel like you're driving, but you're actually not. You're getting like pulled, and it's like, so there's that. Then there's the seven-headed snake. Like every pond is like wetland. People are like, there's a snake there. It's gonna take you, gonna live underwater for years, you're gonna disappear.
Yeah, the snake one I know.
The snake one is real. So.
No, but you know what? For the longest time I believed the snake one. To be honest, I think I still do. Purely because I had a cousin once, and she didn't listen to her parents. They told her not to go there, and she went, and apparently she fell into the pond, and when they got her out, she was like green everywhere. Wow. And she had no blood at all. Well, that's what they say. Honestly, I'm still like, really? Apparently she had no blood at all, and she wasn't dead, she was still alive, but in hospital they told her mom, like, if you keep her alive, she's probably gonna be brain dead or whatever, like it's not gonna help. So she opted to like have the other option. So that's basically what everybody talked about. I couldn't go to the funeral because, you know, like parents don't let young kids go to funerals. But I was so intrigued, like I wanted to see her. No, seriously, I'm one of those people. I like seeing dead people because it's just closure for me. My mom doesn't get it. I'm like, if I don't see them, I don't believe they're dead. I have to see them for myself. I wanted to see her so bad, but I couldn't. But that's what everybody talked about for a good year.
Yeah, but I can imagine though.
So every time I go past there, I'm like, there's a snake there. Yeah. And I still have dreams about that. Like, you know, with those stupid dreams where you're dreaming you're running, but you're not running. But yeah, I still have where I go past there and the damn snake is following me, you know. And I'm just like, I need to run for my life, but I can't. I think every black tribe or tradition has that black snake
and a pond
and a pond.
When it rains.
And I think it's also because they say the sangomas go and train there. So maybe when you're not a sangoma, then it just drains the life out of you. I don't know. I don't know. But
and like sometimes I remember they'd say like if it was raining, but like it wasn't raining like hard, but there was a big cloud, they would say that the snake was flying in the cloud, hiding with the cloud, and then like.
And when you get that thingy, what's it called?
The cyclone or
And if you throw a needle, you'll see a snake. I've thrown. My mom smacked me so many times because I threw her needle because I was like, I need to see the snake, and there was nothing there. The sad thing is they kind of stick to your mind. You still think about these things even when you're old because you're like, I mean, when we were in Namibia, we saw so many of those things, and Dizzy laughed at me for like probably 2 days because I said to him, "Don't drive over there. There's a snake," and he says, "No, the pressure's just low over there. We'll just go this way." And I was like, "What are you talking about? There's a snake in there."
What about pressure? There's a snake. It's obvious there's a snake in there. So, okay, what is your favorite urban legend? So a town one. Ooh, me, I've given you both.
I don't have any
Always
town one.
when it's a town one.
There's no town one. There's no town one. All the people that stay in town, they're always so glorified. Nothing bad ever happens to them.
I have a town one, and it happened to my sister and I don't know if my sister wants me to. This video is way too long. Like,
no, Gabsters, comment down below and remind her.
If you want the story time of that day. Your scariest nightmare.
My scariest nightmare. You know the funny thing with my nightmares? It's always about the movies I watched. Like I'll watch a movie and then I'll get a nightmare off of that. We're watching, what was it? Some sort of end of world movie. I don't remember what it was. But the next day I dreamt about it and I was at work. Dizzy was at work, Kaber was obviously in school, and this whole thing happened. So now the whole world was coming to an end and I was trying to reach him and like to call him to find out if he picked her up so we can know where to meet and like, you know, and I couldn't get through to him and he was like trying to call me. Like the funny thing is I can see him trying to call me and he can see me trying to call him, but
you can't just each other.
And we don't know where the baby is.
Oh my gosh,
the craziest thing. My worst nightmares are every time when she's involved because it's one of those I can't get to her on time and it's just when I wake up I'm like, it was just a dream. I literally pinched myself like I'm alive. It was just a dream.
I can reach her.
Yeah.
I can reach her.
Those are the worst ones.
Yeah,
and I always wake up exhausted from there because I'm fighting so hard and I'm like trying to run. When I wake up I'm like, damn it, and now I'm tired. It's gonna be a long day.
Yeah. I can imagine. Sure.
Yeah.
I have. It's my scariest dream. Probably snakes.
Yeah, snakes.
My biggest fear. Snakes.
I don't see how.
And end of world with snakes.
Yeah, end of world is the worst. Like I always wonder, seriously, but just think about it. If they were to say it, and we put on the TV now, they say it's the end of the world.
Yeah.
Where do you go? And how do you get there quick? Everybody's driving here.
Yeah.
There's gonna be traffic for years.
Yeah. But so I used to be a Jehovah's Witness. So one of the things that they do, like seriously, like on a serious note, they pack end of world survival bag.
How?
Yeah, because you know how like the second coming of Christ and so most Jehovah's Witnesses have a survival bag. So you hide copies of your documents.
Oh wow!
Some first aid, like boots, like practical clothes that you can just wear, take you in any situation because of the interpretation of the Bible, right? So a lot you'll find like have like, I can't remember what it's called, but they have like a
That's so interesting.
second coming, yeah, and like also like who to contact. So they have like I would suppose the best way to describe it is a cell group. So within, like, you know how they come preaching at the doors or whatever. So they do it in groups, right? And every group has a leader. So every group has a section, like an area that they preach in.
Yeah.
So then there's a plan is that you, if the end of the world comes and Jesus comes again, you contact your group leader, then your group leader, then you meet at a specific place. Like there's a whole like end of the world plan. Like this thing is happening.
They were born ready.
They were born ready. So
wow.
There you go. Things you didn't know.
Wow. No, I didn't know.
Yeah, to go. But like, I mean, I think people should just have that for themselves. But then also, why are you planning for the end?
Yeah, why must you plan? And I don't think when Jesus comes back, it's gonna be like that dramatic.
Like, you know?
Because if it is, then he's not fair. Like, why put us through all that stress only to tell us like, no, it's just me.
Just me.
Like, I'm back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that wouldn't make any sense at all. In my head, it wouldn't make any sense. Why must we try run away from you when you're trying to get to us?
Yeah, that's true. I'll just come and be like, but they have like a whole interpretation of like what's gonna happen when he comes back and what. So it's a whole thing.
See, this is the thing. You know, no, this is
all right.
Too deep, too fast.
So, what was that scariest thing tag? We have.
Is that the end?
Yes, that was the end.
Okay.
We have bared our souls and all the things that make us vulnerable and scared. Don't use it against us.
Don't use it against us.
Don't use it against
Don't challenge us to go jump off the Soweto Towers or to stay in a room that's dark.
I'm not doing it.
That's not gonna
I'm
happen.
not doing it. No. I'll be like, no. No.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us in another video, and do check out Oluv and her channel details over here.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Alright. Bye, Gabsters.
Bye, Gabsters.